Well, morning all. It's Wednesday and the papers are still full of Seann Walsh and his girlfriend kissing after doing a bit of cum dancing training. 4 days. Is that bloody news? A straight couple at it when you've got Strictly and two raving homosexuals on the panel cavorting about with their filthy homosexual innuendos and nothing said about them. Has the world gone mad? Bloody Craig Revel-Allwood and Bruno Toglioni. What a pair. In it time they were replaced. And the way bloody Craig Revel-Allwood walked, he must be holding something inside to stop everything dropping out. Good God. You can't call them gay. There's nothing gay about what they get up to. And then poor old Seann gets all this flack. For what? Nonsense. Well, it's enough to make you homophobic. Not that I am, of course. I still like Alan Carr. I put up with Graham Norton. But time they went. The media, God bless them, gave double-page spreads to Seann Walsh and his young lady kissing, whilst they did 3/4 of a page on the cowardly police commissioner. And when you look at the details and some of the history, it's absolutely scandalous. Now then, do you remember this guy? The British transport policeman. Don't really have a lot of time for them, to be honest, due to a couple of historical incidents, but this man is a hero. And it was said at the time, and he was given gallantry awards. And what did he do? He took on 3 terrorists, all armed with machetes, knives and what have you. In Borough Market, he got stabbed in the head, the body, the arms, and he continued to fight them with his poxy little stick. And this guy is PC Keith Palmer. He was on duty at the Houses of Parliament, unarmed, when he was attacked by a terrorist with a knife. He wasn't so fortunate and he died. But at the time, an MP rushed to his help. Tobias Ellwood. He couldn't save him. He wasn't armed. He had no protective clothing, but he got stuck in and he tried. Well, this chap is Sir, can you believe it, Craig Mackay, the Assistant Police Commissioner. He was just leaving Parliament. In his car, he was being driven and he had 2 other colleagues with him when he saw PC Palmer pass his car and then be stabbed by this terrorist, who then moved within a couple of yards of his car. And what did he do? He locked himself in. A serving police officer, a leader of men, locked himself in his car, having seen a colleague murdered within yards of him because he wasn't wearing protective clothing and wasn't armed and didn't have a radio to call for help. Where did he get his medals from? You don't get medals for acts of cowardice. He was knighted in the last New Year's Honours list, not for an act of bravery, not another medal. He's got as many medals as Prince Charles, and they both haven't seen an angry man. Well, he did actually see an angry man. He ran within 2 yards of him. But anyway, he got the knighthood for saving the Met, £600 million, wasted money. But he didn't have the bloody common sense to arm Keith Palmer and listen to the criticism that had been going on for over 10 years. And you know, that's the Met with a budget of £3.6 billion. And they couldn't give the chap on the most sensitive position in the country a gun. But what did he say when he was given his knighthood? Well, just let me read this to you because it's a belter. It comes at the end of what has been an extraordinarily difficult year, when so many of our officers have demonstrated huge courage, compassion and professionalism in the very worst of circumstances. How does he know? He's a coward. No doubt the crimes aren't paltry little shoplifting offences, they're serious assaults, burglaries, robberies, rapes. And they claim they haven't got the manpower. Well, it's the senior officers that are claiming they haven't got the manpower and condoning all this failure to record crimes. And now we've seen why. It's the leadership. I've said it so many times, and now we see one actually conducting himself in public and shown to be a blatant coward. Should know better than to read the male health supplement, shouldn't I? Look at this one. There's a male fertility crisis. There's been a study in America, and there's loads of figures here in this article. But the fact is that sperm quality falls due to poor air quality and junk food. Nothing to do with 12 pints. What the hell are they talking about? I don't know whether you knew, but a little tip is that sperms that are lively are called swimmers. And swimmers are dropping in quality at a rate of 1.4% per year. Not quite sure what 1.4% of what will be, but anyway, they're dropping. And then you find that another reason for this is Y-fronts. God, do people still wear them? Anyway, if you keep it all trussed up, you're affecting your sperm count. So get some boxers, boys. This is a turn-up. Might be the reason why so many are turning to the Bruno Toglioni brigade. But another study shown in the Mail has said that penises of 4.9 inches in length, didn't know there was such a thing, when erect, has less chance of causing a pregnancy than those of a normal size of 5.5 inches. What have they been doing? Running tests in a picnic camp? You can't believe it. Well, hate to boast, girls, but good grief, I must be incredibly fertile. Well, I would be if I hadn't had the snip. Well, if you're part of the elderly brigade, as I include myself, You may be quite happy standing in the queue at Tesco's for 4 for £20, but there's a new treatment on the horizon that could have many side effects. You can have a Botox injection in the old nether regions at the base, if you know what I mean. And then that improves the arteries and the veins and allows the blood to flow. And there's probably a little side effect where you lose a few wrinkles. Trying to think of a polite term, I'll have to use scrotum. But most women find that area rather amusing, and now it can be like a baby's bottom. Wonderful news. And then, if you think that's good, you can have an electric shock in it as well. Plug in, clamps on the old genitals, as they say in the mail. A quick buzz, and there you go. No looking back now. Quick electric shock machine, get on Amazon. Well, still got loads to say, but that's like 12 minutes, so I better call it a day, else I'm going to bore you to tears. And anyway, I got a bit tied up on the old cowardly commissioner. But it really does make you think, that one, doesn't it? But anyway, I'll have to come up with all my other bits, because I think they're quite funny, some of them. So, stand by for a new one very soon.